Thanks for tuning in. This is FatFest, presented by AML Media. Hosted by Gene and Stephen Labordi.
Yo, yo, yo! What's up, everybody? Got to bring a little liveliness.
You
Listen.
were supposed to wait a second before you started talking after the clap.
I waited a second. We're good. Is that good?
We'll make it work.
Make it work. All right, listen. Talent, production, make it work. God. Got to do everything around here. But I'm not going to let you guys' negativity bring me down because it is 4th of July. This is America's birthday. And this fits, I think, perfectly for FatFest. Everybody, welcome to FatFest. I am Gene Labordi, my co-host, my brother, Stephen Labordi, and Rachel, unpleased with me. Rachel Labordi does all of the editing and all the fun little clips and stuff you see. So if you like those, you'll like her, but you won't like her in person.
Happy birthday, America.
Happy birthday, America. Which I think is sets itself up for a perfect FatFest conversation. And that is grilling, barbecue, picnic, cookout
fair,
family parties, whether they're big or small.
My ideal 4th of July is not to be at a family party. So I'm glad I'm not at a family party.
Yeah. I used to like...
when you're a kid, they're fun.
Yeah. But
once you don't drink alcohol... family party fucking sucks.
True. But like if you're a kid going to a 4th of July party and there's not a pool, that's tough.
Can't say I had to endure that many times. There was usually a pool.
One of our families, or a piece of us or something, we had a pool. So.
That's one thing we can attribute and thank our late grandmother, Hannah, which she didn't have a lot of redeeming qualities, but she instilled the pool owning of the rest of the family because they had a sweet in-ground pool in Levittown.
A very that was
a badass.
Got to
pool.
be one of the original concrete pools.
And this is not
in-ground,
and it's not an affluent area.
No,
so
no,
we're
no.
not bougie.
Their whole backyard was just pool.
Yeah, and it was awesome.
Yeah, like big enough. I remember being scared that there might be a shark in there when I
Yeah.
swam by myself.
Yep, I remember.
But it always timed out perfectly. We had a pool. We moved. A lot of Uncle Mike's parties, that pool was involved. We had that going on. Aunt Jean eventually got one, and our grandmother. But yes, 4th of July, eating crappy foods off the grill and swimming just go hand in hand.
Yeah, I don't agree that they're crappy foods.
Not crappy. I've been to places where people, this might be their one party they do,
Yeah.
and they'll go a little too bougie on it.
Well, that's the best way to screw up.
Yeah,
cookout.
if you're catering a 4th of July party, go move to Britain or something. That's not American. You got to. I don't care if you're not a good cook. You cook your own food on 4th of July.
If you can't, I mean, I can't cook. I can fucking cook a burger and dogs.
Figure it out.
Yeah, I agree. Although, you know what? If I went to a cookout today and somebody had the grill going, but also some catered fare, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I can't, because, I'm not a big potato salad guy. I'm not a big deviled egg guy. But if you have some catered,
If there's a little something, yeah.
get
I
it
can
catered by a black-owned,
barbecuer.
No. Soul food.
Okay. Well,
Bring me some soul food catered. I'm good with that. Some mac and cheese.
Yeah, and you know what? We'll pay some retributions through your companies on 4th of July. If
Bring it. Yeah.
One thing I wrote down, I had to say this last episode, and I've said this before, and I need to address the people. I've made the comment when I was fat, and I'm talking, so I want to address that. Guys, I'm fat now, the fattest I've been, I think. When I say fat, I just want the people to know, to sit there being like, what, he used to be bigger? No, it's just when I was a teenager, I just wanted to address, it meant when I used to just be able to eat unlimited amount of foods.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to do that for 6-7 years. I think the older you get, sometimes you're...
Well, you stop playing sports, too.
Yeah, exactly. And when you're a teenager, like, all you do is hop from house to house, eat all the foods.
I don't know. I did a pretty good job of getting fat as shit as a teenager and playing sports at the same time.
Yeah, yes. But I'm just saying as far as the amount of food. So I just wanted to address that. There hasn't been any comments, which there's just not, surprised. But I just wanted to address that. When I say fat, I mean that teenage hunger.
So okay. So you're getting out in front of the inevitable comment. What do you mean fat?
And it would be totally acceptable for someone to say that. Be like, what has he lost weight? No, it's just... it's just, I used to be at a house food, but I also, like, a lot, but I also was, playing 2-3 sports. So it was kind of helping to counterbalance it a little bit. But...
It's good to clarify that.
Yes. And this is second episode, so we're still a Fat Fest. We're still working through some of those things. So I guess let's start top of the list here. Your favorite, and when we say 4th of July, we'll just say summer barbecue type of food. What is your favorite food to see? If you have to go, you're showing up to a party, what's your favorite food to see there?
I mean, it's got to be the burgers. I love a dog, but for a cookout, if you're not doing up grilled burgers, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's where I've said you can go too bougie. Listen, if you have ribs and stuff, good on you.
That's fine.
But it's so easy to do, and I'm talking frozen patty.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be handmade.
A lot of times I don't like when people do handmade patties.
They're harder to cook properly. And
a lot of times people are trying to do this
Too
and
much.
that, and then it just turns into a meatball.
Especially, yeah, you're right. Give me, it's fine if they're frozen Bubba burgers or whatever you bring in.
The Bubba Angus burger can go up there with any burger, I think.
And honestly, in other venues of eating, I'm fine with like a Kaiser roll or a nice brioche bun.
Good point.
Give me a potato bun or just a plain ass generic white bread bun for my burger.
Perfect point, because that's going to go along. That's going to be a little bit of a theme through this. A lot of this is happening outside on the fly. It's sitting for a little bit. A Kaiser's got a quick shelf life as a part of.
Right.
If you cut that thing, you better be
hard.
making that sandwich right then and there.
Yeah.
Where those, and it's probably because all the preservatives in there. It's 4th of July. I can eat some preservatives. I'm okay with that. Those things will stay good. And sometimes if you keep them in the bag and they're getting just a little bit of sunlight on them, it almost makes them...
Yeah, smushier.
Yeah, it makes them a little bit more of a better... Yeah, goo to it a little bit.
Well, let's. If you're not leaving your buns in the bag and you're just putting them out on a plate, you're an asshole.
Some people do that. That's the thing. Some people try to... That's where I go. I say bougie. Yeah, like they want to, like, they'll have it stacked in a pyramid, and I'm like, that whole layer is gonna suck, dude.
They're getting hard.
I'm waiting for the the bottom Johns.
There is a downside to being a tryhard in any aspect of life, but in regards to the cookout, yeah, you just got to keep common sense, keep uniformity. I like the burger. Like the frozen patty on a regular ass bun with some American cheese, because I like to think I can go to any cookout on the block, no matter what heritage they have, what lineage, and they're gonna have a good burger, proper burger.
And even, I'll tell you what, even if it's overcooked, that's still, as long as you get it in a proper timeline, it's still going to be like that. It's satisfying.
It's going to taste like a delicious burger.
And here's the trick. Some people, they get a little... Some people have a grill and touch it twice a year. Now, we grew up, especially in summer, it's an easier cleanup just to grill. So I got a little bit of education on grilling. You only flip a burger once.
If you're flipping it more than once, you probably fucked it up.
You probably fucked it up, yeah. If you flip it a second time...
Maybe just to finish?
Just to put the cheese on there, but if you know what you're doing, it's a one flip.
Yeah, because the thing is, people in their minds think you have to cook each side evenly the exact same amount of time, and that's not the case.
No, and it's like most things, especially meat. It's a protein; it holds heat. So when you're taking that burger off, it's actually still cooking a little bit.
Exactly.
So if it's a little, and it's also once again, it's not the best because it is a frozen patty, but it's still red meat. People can eat that raw and be okay.
Thank you for saying that, because we grew up in a family where everything seemed like it had to be cooked more than it really did. So for the people out there, stop being afraid of giving your children mad cow disease. If it's poultry,
oh yeah, we're talking red meat here,
right? But because you don't have to worry with red meat.
Yeah, I mean there is something called get a steak and order it blue, and that's literally they sear each side and the inside is still cold.
Which I'm
now
not
that
a
is
fan
on
of, but
no,
it's safe.
Yeah, now that's on a proper piece of steak. Now if that's happened on a burger, you bite into a burger and it's still cold, I would say walk away from that.
That's a violation.
But that's you want a little bit of pink in there. Toppings on your burger. Now we've said this before. Just a piece of cheese can get this job completely solved.
Well, that's what's the beauty of like the 4th of July cookout. I'm always going back for a burger just randomly later. I don't care if it's been sitting out for an hour.
I'll tell you what. The next morning, cold burger that was in the bag that's still already that has the bun.
It's fine.
I don't want someone seeing me eat that. You know what I mean? I'll put that in my pocket and go back up to my bedroom with a nice cold cup of, water or something.
Yeah.
But that's not that bad either.
But the proper setup or the proper layout of toppings at my ideal cookout is, of course, you've got mustard, mayonnaise, and ketchup.
Okay.
You've got some lettuce, which is also can sit out for a while and still it's fine. Onion, raw onion, and probably pickles.
Okay.
For me though, mayo, a little bit of yellow mustard, piece or two of lettuce, and a little bit of onion.
Now, are you going? Because here's my thing. I've kind of changed it up a little bit. If there's nice lettuce there, I'm starting to put that. I'm going bun, lettuce, then burger, because what it's doing is it's helping grip a little bit. Because if you put all the toppings,
they can squish out.
You get that, and when my shit falls apart, I'm like a little kid still. I get a little pissed off.
Okay, I can see the logic, but no, I'm not thinking about it's burger on the bun.
You're also a shark bite eater.
Yeah, I ate a burger in like 4 bites.
Yeah, this is don't ever let this man take a bite of your sandwich, because this is what happens. It's why I call it a shark bite. It's something I think I invented in the 6th grade. It's a bite and then a second bite.
Yeah.
It's like a retractable claw to get.
And for the record, that's not something I'm doing to try to get a bunch more of your food. That's how I eat my own shit.
No, yeah. It's just your technique. Everyone's got a technique. But you know what? Maybe it's a good technique, because maybe that is helping prevent the slippage. Everyone knows the slippage of the falling off the back of your sandwich.
And it's hard to put too much mayo on a burger.
Yeah.
I love mayonnaise on a burger.
Well, and my thing is, you're not a tomato guy. My problem is a tomato is perfect,
mess.
And that is the perfect That is the perfect thing to make shit slip. And I also want my mustard to touch my tomato. So I'm adding.
So
I'm making it. I have a slippery slide going on.
But what's your default burger? Taking the ingredients I laid out that are usually on the table. How are you putting your burger together?
I don't always go lettuce.
Fair enough.
I will be picky about my lettuce, because, like you said, to you, if it's laying out a little bit, I don't like if I see any type of wilted lettuce. If I want lettuce, it's because I want that texture, that real crisp. But perfect burger ingredients, I'm gonna go bun, lettuce, burger, cheese, medium mayo, medium mustard, light ketchup.
You do all 3.
If I'm feeling fancy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
not weird, just you know.
and a lot of times I will leave out the ketchup because if
then you're getting messier.
Yeah. But if I have a nice tomato, it's got a good consistency. That's going right on top of there.
So your ideal burger has a tomato on it.
Yes.
Okay.
And then onion and pickle, and then top bun. But see, right there,
it's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of stuff.
So I mean that's what we're trying to calculate here is you've got one shot at this at the cookout. You're going with all that stuff?
I will.
Okay.
And here's the thing. I will preemptively load
your stack.
My stack. I'll make it so if this is the burger kind of, I know what side I'm going to pick up.
Okay.
So the other side's going to have this, because when I bite into it, it's going to get pushed back a little bit. And I had the same rule for burritos, tacos, and burgers. Unless it's like one of those big, a big burger you get at like Applebee's or something. Once I pick it up, I'm basically holding on to it.
So you've got a whole attack plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I have it stuck and call it autism, call it just my little kid stuck in me. Once it starts to get real messy, I will just slop off all of the toppings and angrily eat just the meat and cheese on a bun. Like.
Okay. So, that's a risk reward, though. You're going with a lot of condiments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And at a picnic, here's the thing. I'm thinking this is family. I'm comfortable. I'm not all up my head.
You're always all up in your head.
Yeah, but no, like, if this is Uncle Mike's something like, back in the day, I'm fat kid. I got ketchup on me jumping in the pool. I don't care. But I'm like just doing a burger at first. I'm not doing, I might have already done sides and something.
Okay.
But like when it comes to the burger, that's the main event.
Okay. Well, so if you are... Let's assume there's a table full of your let's say there's 4 dishes aside from the burgers. And was just, if you do a cookout without hot dogs, I don't want to come to your cookout.
It feels like you're wasting money. They're so cheap and they filling, and even when they're cold, especially now that if you're over 21 and you drink, a cold hot dog can bring you another 2 hours of fun. That could keep you going a little bit longer.
I don't know if I'm going there. I don't know if I want a cold dog. But regardless, would you agree you have to have hot dogs?
Yeah, because they're so easy. They literally are a second thought on the grill.
The kids love them?
Yes. And even if, listen, we've talked about this before. Okay, if you're not great and you're only, like, afraid.
If you're hearing those bangs, people, that's authentic 4th of July action. This is on the 4th of July. Go ahead.
But yeah, no, I'm saying like if you're afraid of the grill and the only thing like I'm just worried about the burgers and not fucking it up, boil the hot dogs.
I love a boiled dog.
It's a great dog. So it's incredibly dumb not to have hot dogs at your thing.
Okay.
Unless you're Muslim. But even now they make all beef hot dogs. So
or veggie dogs.
Or veggie dogs.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Don't get those though.
So we're talking sides now?
Yeah, let's limit it to 4.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah, because at a cookout, sides are a thing, especially it's hot. You know what I mean? You got to be cautious of that type of stuff. But I'm thinking you have a decent setup where it's not directly in the sunlight. Something. Mac and cheese, easy, something someone can bring, and all forms of it are good. Just don't double bake it and make it too dry.
If you don't really know what you're doing with a baked mac and cheese, don't do it.
Everyone will eat Kraft. It might not be the fanciest.
Yeah, don't bring just plain Kraft though. At least fancy it up.
Or yeah,
but you're right. If you brought just Kraft, people would enjoy it.
But a crock pot has made mac and cheese game to a whole nother level.
Okay.
You can Google one recipe with 4 ingredients, and people be like, "Where'd you make this? This is really good." Mac and cheese, obviously, but that's like basically for any meal that can go.
Yeah, well, definitely. But I think most people would have. Wouldn't have that at your cookout. But go ahead. I like the choice.
I personally, I want some sort of, whether it be macaroni salad or potato salad.
No, they're not the same thing. You can't double. You got to pick one.
Okay. My mom's potato salad was banging.
Okay.
It had bacon in there. She had and I've tried it. It's hard to recreate. The potatoes have to be at a perfect, not too soft, not too hard, and that's hard to do.
Listen, if the potatoes are hard, it's unedible.
And if they're too soft, then it becomes it's
mash.
a cold thing. It's not supposed to be
I
mashed.
hear you.
I'll go that. I myself can make a banging macaroni salad. So without mom here no more, if that's happening,
You're having both.
No, if we're doing the type of last meal thing we talk about a lot of times, it's mom's potato salad.
Okay.
For sure. I do like a fruit of some sorts to pick at.
Nothing wrong with
That's
that.
never a bad idea if you're not a good cook or anything.
Bring a fruit salad.
A fruit salad if you can make it, or just pick up the thing that has the four different with the yogurt in there. It's a little. It's a people pleaser because that is something you can pick at all until all the food's kind of ready. And then fourth one's a little hard for me. Baked beans can never do you wrong, and you can do them so many different.
Yeah.
You cut up the hot dogs, put them in there, or just buy this plain and simple one. Takes 10 minutes to heat up. I'd say that's probably. And you know what? Sometimes when that sauce of the baked beans touches some of the other stuff,
Nothing wrong with that.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
All right, what's your four?
The only one I 100% agree with you have to have is the baked bean.
Okay.
We grew up on baked beans. They're delicious.
I was something like a once every 2 week meal because it was easy. Just a sausage, whatever type of kibas sausage.
And I still carry that to this day. I always have some Bush's baked beans. So I'll definitely have that. Personally, I like some kind of like a vegetable, whether it be like green bean casserole would probably be I'm putting that. At every family gathering where somebody's cooking, somebody has to bring green bean casserole.
We could do a whole episode of green bean casserole.
So that's on my must-have list.
Let me ask you this. I know it's hard, but did you used to love corn on the cob? Because we used to get the best corn on the cob in the country.
If it was good corn.
It's hit or miss, but
It is the one thing that is so messy, and I can fill my gullet with other stuff.
mm-hmm.
But that's not on my must-have list. I'm not a potato salad guy, macaroni salad guy. Could care less. So I guess I'm gonna have to say also mac and cheese, because I'll definitely put some of that on my plate.
Yeah.
And I love, and this isn't. We used to do it at our cookouts a lot, but you don't see it at a lot of cookouts. I want a baked potato. I fucking love a baked potato, dude.
Yeah. I can't go wrong. Cheap. It takes a little bit of time, and the nice thing about the baked potato is you could do. Hey, just throw them in the oven. You know, if I'm on the grill, I got a lot going on.
Just let them hang.
Hey, throw them in the oven, cook them in there, and pull them out when they're ready. Or you can do them on the side, put them on the grill. Takes a long time, but
I'm of the opinion that every meal almost could have potato as a side of some form. I love potatoes.
and just having sour cream and butter will.
Yeah, I love.
You're gonna have salt and pepper.
But even if I didn't have sour cream, I could still do a baked potato.
You get done baked potato just butter.
Just butter, salt, and pepper.
A lot of butter though. At that point, if there's no sour cream, that's a lot of butter. You got
Probably. Well, I put a lot of butter on anything.
No, hey.
But that's because honestly I struggled for the last two because I'm not a big size guy. I'm limited on room. I've just completely been rewired on how I eat. I want to have at least one burger. I'm doing 2 burgers, honestly, and at least a dog. So yeah, I do like coleslaw sometimes. Only a little bit. It's got to be done right. I don't like sweet.
And
like a vinegary.
That was all the ones. That's why I was saying like coleslaw, potato salad, macaroni salad. All of our family has done it the same. Salty, where a lot of times people are making it like sweet.
Yeah.
The stuff you buy at the store, at least around here in Pittsburgh, I
hate it.
Yeah, it's not meant to be sweet. We just love salt. But yeah, if you're putting relish or something in there, ooh, you know, I'll throw in there as a little bonus caveat. If there's a good deviled egg.
Yeah, I'm gross. They taste good, but they gross me out.
Ah, fuck. Even if I'll pick it up and that yellow got a little and hardened over. I love deviled eggs, dude.
If you made like a deviled egg potato chip, I'd eat them. Something about deviled eggs grosses me out. I just want to point out also, one of the great things about the cookout is like inevitably there's going to be flies flying around and landing on the food. And that's like one of those, you just have to accept that, and it's part of the deal.
Yeah, it's if a couple here or there. Now, if it's getting
if it's a swarm, yeah, but
that is, I look at that as
part of
that's
the deal,
toughing you up. This is 4th of July, people. America's gone through some hardships. You can eat a deviled egg that had a fly land on it.
Definitely, yeah.
What food will you not eat? That you've been somewhere, you've had a couple girlfriend stuff in the past, you've gone to part, like, have you ever gone somewhere and you go, what the fuck is that here
It's
for?
the deviled egg.
The deviled egg?
Yeah. I'm very leery of eggs that aren't hot for some reason. I love an omelet. I love a fried egg. Anytime, and there's lots of stuff where a cold egg is added. Like, I love a nice salad, but if you put some eggs on there, I don't want it.
See, I love a good Cobb salad. That's, you know what, I'd say at a 4th of July party, unless you have a whole setup,
Don't do a salad.
Don't do a salad.
Yeah.
Like, if you're just bringing out a bowl, even if it's got, like, you know, cucumbers and tomatoes and stuff in there, that's got a 5-minute shelf life.
It's got to be served chilled.
Yeah, and if you're pulling out, here's some ranch and here's some Italian, like, that's... Now, if you have it inside setup, which a lot of times that we had that.
But still, when you start throwing all the stuff on the plate, like, that's why a salad usually is best served separate from the meal.
Mm-hmm.
You need your own plate for the salad. But
and a lot of our family parties, because I've been places where they kind of do it in layers. You know what I mean? They're like, got the apps out.
that's the Italian shit.
You know, and then got this, or fancy us. I think a lot of our friends and families, like, I'm going to get all of it out so then I can get plastered.
Yeah.
So then I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, well, that's... At a cookout, that's how it should be.
That's why the grill's perfect. I'm turning this on for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Unless something happens later and people are like, I have more burgers, maybe then it'll happen.
So let's do
one thing of the food you won't eat.
Well, yeah, what's yours?
A salad at a thing. Unless I just get there and I see that it's fresh and nice. But I've been places, specifically I have a friend that there was always an aunt that brought this. It was a Jell-O salad type of thing. Where, like, it was, like, meant to be a dessert, but it was out the whole time.
Not the pretzel salad.
Not
right?
the pretzel salad. I haven't seen that, but I think at a 4th of July party, if I saw that, I'd be like, what are we doing here?
Oh, strawberry pretzel salad is banging.
Strawberry, most strawberry things. It's also, strawberries are very 4th of July flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't had it, so I can't say, but...
Don't talk shit.
It was, like...
I can't even imagine what you're talking about.
It was red, white, and blue Jell-O mold that had, like...
fruit and shit in it?
Fruit inside of it.
I'll eat that.
I'm just like... Because they would show up with it. It was their thing. And
I'd rather have that sitting out all day than potato salad sitting out all day.
Yeah, but potato salad is I'm eating that as soon as I'm there.
Plus, people who love it, like, potato salad is one of those things people fucking love.
Yeah.
People,
I mean, Ruffner would eat coleslaw if I was like, dude, I think that little kid might have stuck his fingers in there.
Really?
He loves coleslaw.
Cabbage is an underrated ingredient. Shit.
Let's be honest. There's not a lot of foods on the table that I'm not like, I'll give it a shot.
For me, a lot of times it's not about the food; it's about who made it.
Yeah.
I'm very like, ugh. But what's your thoughts on ambrosia?
What's
I don't know what that is.
You guys don't know what ambrosia is?
I know the thing. That's not the broccoli salad, is it?
No, it's like a dessert. It's got I think it's got coconut, little marshmallows in it.
I would have thought it was a fancy liquor.
It does kind of sound like a...
Well, from these images, is that marshmallows?
It's coconut.
No.
Yeah, it's little. It's really good. It's
like
weird,
it?
but it's really good.
Well, you really like sweets.
I would not.
I can't believe either of you, especially you.
Nah. Has any of our family had it?
How else would I have had it? I didn't go out of my way to find ambrosia.
Nah, I don't think I would try that, to be honest. But also,
Those are a little over
yeah,
the
these are
top.
floofy and stuff.
The ambrosia, it's got little pieces of pineapple in it. I love pineapple.
I do love pineapple. That one a little bit looks better. It's got the bigger chunks.
It's pineapple, coconut. It usually has little like pieces like tangerine or something. It's sweet.
What is it?
Kind of like fancy fruit cocktail.
Is it like a
almost.
whip? Is it like a whipped cream? Is that what that whitish is?
Marshmallow, I think.
No, he's talking about what's the base of it. White, right?
Yeah.
Like what's the equivalent of the mayonnaise?
The
and
mayonnaise,
potatoes?
yeah.
I'm not sure. I never made it. It's probably yogurt or something.
Yeah, I thought it. It says main ingredients marshmallow. What about just that liquid marshmallow?
Like, nah, it's too sticky.
That would be too much.
You talk
See
about
that?
fluff.
Yeah.
I had a period where I loved fluff, but it was like 6 months, and I haven't eaten it since.
No, honestly, I don't.
Ambrosia's American variety of fruit salad, originating in the southern United States. Most ambrosia recipes contain canned or fresh pineapple, canned mandarin orange slices, and then it's got coconut.
Yogurt and sour cream.
There you go.
Well, by the ingredients, I would try it, but we've discussed this. I'm not a big sweets guy. If I'm doing a sweet,
Ooh, cottage cheese. Nah, I'm not good.
if I'm doing a sweet, it's something like
Well, yeah, we're gonna obviously we have to pick a dessert.
okay. But no, if I saw this, I'm not putting a scoop of that on.
If
there.
I was next to you and I was getting,
if I was eating it, I'd be like, and you were like, "Yeah, this is good." I would try pineapple and then maybe go up and.
it is good, but it's weird. It's one of those.
It's one of those things
It's like a deviled egg where you're like, who made this?
I was gonna say that is something that there's an aunt, Aunt Helen, that's like, this is my specialty, and
I feel like that's an old person.
It totally
treat.
is. It totally is, but that doesn't.
you can either
necessarily
make
mean
that
it's
good
bad.
or make that really shitty.
Yeah, well, some of these pictures make it look like a sundae, like an ice cream. It's not.
Cherry on top and shit.
Yeah.
Um,
They make it look like clown food. Every time I've had it, it isn't clown food. It's
Now I'm seeing it. Do you like it in the bigger chunks or more minced up? That seems to be a big
I like
variety.
the chunks of the pineapple, but again, a lot of the ingredient is that shredded coconut, which I love.
Okay. Rach, you wouldn't like that then. You don't like coconut like that.
No.
I love an almond joy.
Yeah, this isn't as good as an almond joy, but I think a lot of white folks out there, maybe that have gone to cookouts at like a trailer parks and stuff, were like, yeah, fucking, I love ambrosia.
Yeah. I was waiting for like brandy to be a part of the ingredient on it. Okay, so I guess let's move into desserts then.
Okay.
Which 4th of July is a weird one. And I just always look past desserts. At that point, I've already either overindulged or I'll pick off something that, Rachel had, or I just want a corner or something. I'll defer to you first on desserts.
Okay.
Here.
Okay. This is my specialty.
That's your specialty.
This is a great opportunity to bring something to the cookout if you don't want to cook. And it's also really easy to do a 4th of July themed dessert. Basically, you just put red, white, and blue somewhere in there. I love a cookie cake. You could bring...
Which is funny. I remember I remember the first time I saw a cookie cake, and I was like at elementary school. When someone's birthday, they bring either munchkins in or something, and I was like, I don't. It's a giant cookie, but it's cake based. I don't get it, and it blew my mind.
I love chocolate chip cookies, so you can't go wrong with that.
They can over icing them though. When they do the cheap icing.
You're right, but I still eat it.
Well, yeah, you scrape that off the side. I'm not gonna not eat red, white, and blue. I'm American.
I know a lot of people would like to have like popsicles or so. They're really 4th of July themed, something like that for the kids. I don't. I've never liked a popsicle really. Maybe ice pops back in the day, but cookie cake and 4th of July is a great time to bust out just a fucking grocery store sheet cake with the American flag on it, and I will always eat a piece of cake. Because you're not going to get fancy. There's only certain ingredients you can do at a cookout, So I like the baked goods for this. Nothing crazy.
All right. Well, you know what? You sparked mine up because I'm not, a Hershey Kiss solves my chocolate hunger. Popsicles. You got me there. Any type of fucking, especially if it's sour, any type of popsicle.
Sour.
Well, they make some, but they're not that sour. But any type of sweet ice pop.
Something cold.
Even those
I know you're
water ice ones that are like real hard. I love those because it's scrape and it's like kind of eating ice a little bit with like lemon flavored. I'll tell you what, a memory that just popped into my head. And I think this is because she used to own them. I remember at one point, it wouldn't have been maybe it wasn't 4th of July, but at one point Aunt Jeannie was having a big party and a fucking ice cream truck showed up.
I think she had a ice cream
I think
truck.
she had a couple and one showed up and it was just like,
Heaven.
go nuts. And there was no money involved or whatever. And I was just like, SpongeBob, push pop, make me sick.
The push pop is a great memory.
Yeah.
A great time.
The push pop is kind of just sherbet. The ones we're talking about, the cardboard.
Remember the Fred Flintstone one?
Yeah, sherbet. That's a big summer favorite of mine because it's not super dairy, so I won't get too sick off of it. It's got a little bit of creaminess to it,
and it's cold.
And it's got that orangey. So yeah, I guess for me, I go I like the cherry flavors and the lemons and
you like
things
the fruity
like that.
stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm fruity. I like the fruity flavors.
Okay.
Rachel, what's you didn't give us your dessert. Yeah, let's run through you real quick. Give us your 4 sides.
4 sides or 4 like items?
4 items.
Maybe something that we missed. Doesn't have to be 4.
Well, my 4 would be mac and cheese.
Yep.
Like a veggie burger.
Of course.
Corn.
Mm-hmm.
On the cob?
Yeah.
That's how you prefer it?
Yeah, like grilled
It's so messy, but it is good corn.
Yeah.
It's its own plate. It's its own plate.
And then I didn't write down a 4th. But I don't like coleslaw, pasta salad, potato salad, macaroni salad.
You like when I make your mac.
I only like macaroni salad if you make it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want anybody else to make it. I don't want it sitting out in the sun. I don't want it made in someone else's house. But I don't like potato salad. I don't like pasta salad. Don't like coleslaw. But that's what I would eat. And fruit, maybe fruit.
What would you normally do on 4th of July's with your family when you were younger?
My mom's best friend had like a pool and a big house and
cookout.
Yeah, they would always have a party and fireworks and stuff. So we would always just bring like a random dish for that.
Dessert.
Strawberry pretzel salad.
Strawberry.
I have to try this now. I can't.
Yeah, it's I think a Pittsburgh thing. I've never had it.
People knock it, but it's really good. It's like broken up pretzels, and then like a marshmallow layer, like a soft
like
fluff layer, and then like a Jello and fresh strawberries layer.
Wow.
And then you like cut it like a cake, and it's
I'd try it, but it sounds pretty gnarly.
It's really good.
Everything there sounds good, but pretzels, like they're salty.
The sweet and salty though sometimes.
Yeah, it gives it like a little crunch, and
because without the pretzels, then it's too much sweetness. I'd imagine. Haven't had it, so I can't knock it.
And it's not too thick on the fluff. And then there's real strawberries mixed with the Jello.
I bet it's more Cool Whip.
It might be Cool Whip. It might be Cool Whip.
Fluff is really sweet.
Yeah,
you're right. It might be Cool Whip.
Strawberry shortcake.
No,
that was a mom
good
thing
too. Pineapple upside down cake.
Did you see my Facebook post?
I don't go on Facebook.
Oh, you're right. On Mom's birthday, I said if she would be baking right now, it'd probably be an upside down pineapple cake.
So
like
good.
For a picnic.
No,
Like for a summer
She
holiday.
wasn't a baker for a long time, so that was her one thing she knew how to do, and it's fucking good. That shit was.
Pineapple is. I don't know if it's underrated. Most people agree it's pretty delicious, but it needs more elevation. Pineapple's so good, dude.
It does. Last thing, we're getting close to time here. What would you bring? Now, I want to start with Steven here because you don't go to many places unless it's like with us or something. Let's say we were out of town and you had to go to Rachel's family picnic.
And I had to bring something.
And you had to bring something. They said, hey, we got burgers, dogs, and stuff. But if you do something, something. What are you bringing?
I would just like to state for the record that I do know how to cook some stuff.
Oh yeah. All right.
Okay. I think I might. I'd probably bring the baked beans.
Okay.
I love baked beans, and how can you not like baked beans?
Yeah.
But if you go around and come back to me, I'll come up with something else I could bring too. But I would definitely be like, is anybody doing baked beans? Because
well, yeah,
to me, you
talk.
need that.
You talk through it. You go, hey, is anyone doing baked beans? I'll do that.
Yeah.
Which that's the secret at potlucks and parties. Get early. Like if it's a kind of a potlucky type of thing, you go. You want to be early so you can go, yo, I got dibs on the baked beans, kind of.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's going to be a crowd pleaser type of thing like that.
Yeah, I could cook that with some bacon in there.
I've already mentioned the fruit platter, or fruit salad, never a bad thing to bring. I always like to do I never do desserts because that's always the lazy person thing is to go, I'll just pick up a cookie cake.
But it's necessary.
It's necessary, but if things aren't planned well, especially, with us, we got friends, especially when our mid-20s and stuff, we would just sometimes be like, oh, we have 7 desserts and buffalo chicken dip at a party.
Yeah.
So you want to coordinate that. So I don't ever go towards desserts because that's not my thing. I like dips, and obviously buffalo chicken, crowd pleaser. But we'll also do like we did like that pizza dip, something that has regatta cheese in there. Or some red sauce pepperonis, and you bring the crackers.
Dips have to be eaten up quick, though.
True. I'll do a charcuterie. I'll do the cheese and pepperoni and make it look nice.
To bring it somewhere else?
Yeah, you seal it up good. Or you bring the things with you.
That's a weird thing to bring.
That's what always was my go-to going to parties, was bringing a tray.
Dude, people eat cheese and
Oh, I like it. I just...
well, because you're thinking that is something the host always does.
Yeah.
But that's because that's how we were raised. But so if you got cheese and all right, I'm do cheese pepperoni, and you want to blow people's mind, you get the salamis too.
Listen, if salami is blowing your friend's brains, you need to get some new friends.
Listen, hey, people don't realize they do this sliced salamis. We do because we love meats and cheeses.
Yeah.
But you put that on there with 2 or 3 different types of crackers and a fancy mustard. That or
I'm a pretty big fan of bringing like a dispenser and stuff to make like a sangria.
Yeah, we'll do a fancy drink.
Okay.
But a lot of times I've gone to a lot of parties where I was the cook, where basically my thing is I manned the grill for the whole parties.
We've hosted more.
Well, hosting, but also like Dom and Jody's engagement party. They bought like 50 pounds of chicken, and I just did my hot sauce, and I just grilled for like 5 straight hours. That was kind of my present to them.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, but I'd rather, because that's nice. Because then when you're the grill guy in a situation like that, I don't have to worry about interacting unless they want to or I want to, and I'm just like, hey, can someone grab me a beer, and you just get to be the guy.
Okay. The only if someone was like, I'm doing baked beans already, someone's already bringing that, I would do a nice rice and bean, some kind of side like that, maybe a bean dip. I'm really good at cooking with refried beans because they're like my favorite thing.
And that might be one of those things that people like 4th of July and like, yo, who brought the rice and beans? I never even would have thought of that.
Yeah,
that's a good.
I make it for myself like once or twice a month, and I go all out, and it's fucking good. It's a vegetarian option. If
True.
You want that.
And that's one of those things. Yeah, it's all. I wasn't expecting this, but it is a nice change up. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That or also people don't. If there's not a mac and cheese coming, like we said before, crock pot. There's 4 ingredients. You can make the best mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And you're going to be...
Everyone's going to eat it.
Yeah.
Because, you don't want to bring something that is risky and nobody eats it.
But clean the outside of the crock pot. If that crock pot has any dribbles on the outside, come on now. Just clean it really good. That's the secret tip there. But yeah, so that's been 4th of July FatFest for you.
What about one more thing, real quick?
We're about to grill out. I might eat 2 hamburgers and a hot dog. Probably not, because I have them all fucked up.
If like you are trying to bring the bell of the ball off the grill, a protein here, and you had to pick one that you want to have at your 4th of July cookout, aside from obviously burgers, what are you going with?
My cookout, or I'm bringing it?
Either way.
Because if I'm bringing, you can prep ribs really good, and then you basically have them all set, and then you can basically have them completely tin-foiled up and ready, and you can throw them on the grill for like 15 minutes, and then they're hot and perfect. If it's for me, I'll either do some banging skewers, because the ladies sometimes like those, because it's like small pieces, and you can either tear them all off, or a tri-tip steak. They're pretty expensive, but you can get them usually where they're pre-marinated, and you can cook them real fast. Little tip out there: if you're having a party, say you're having like 15 or more people, start with the burgers and dogs.
We need one dish, bro.
No, I'm at home doing tri-tip steak. If I'm bringing it somewhere, I'm doing the ribs. But the tip I wanted to give to people is if you're having like a big party, and there's some people you're not sure, start with the burgers and dogs. But you tell your buddies, like, hey, hang on, don't fill up on that. I got tri-tip. Let everyone get full on the burgers and dogs, and you pull off the banging stuff for your buddies.
Devious.
Well, hey, living on a budget. The Patreon hasn't kicked off yet. Once that Patreon kicks off, tri-tips for everybody.
I was gonna say grilled chicken thighs. So
those are.
I don't have a whole setup.
No.
I like barbecue chicken thighs.
But you're my runner. See, you're my sous chef. When we have those type of things, Steven, I need it. Go get it.
Okay.
So we all work together, and Rachel's just eating a pound of macaroni salad and getting all hammered off the sangria and forgetting, hey, I asked for that.
That's my job.
We're about to do a little 4th of July cookout and, a little family.
Happy America.
Happy America. Happy 4th of July FatFest. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. We've been hearing some comments. If there's a topic you want to talk about, let us know. I've been Gene Labordi. That's my brother, Steven Labordi. And Rachel doing once again all the hard and good work.